it's Lacey and welcome back to our space. So today in our space, I am bringing you another wreath. I'm going to be calling this wreath a Winter Wonderland wreath. It is going to be made with this tray from Dollar Tree. It is the clear one that they carry right now. They also have it in red and in green. You can make a wreath out of it in any color you like, but for mine, I want it to be clear because everything is going to have mainly a white theme to it, hence Winter Wonderland. A lot of people said they didn't have room for a very big wreath, and the other wreaths that I made were rather large, so I thought outside the box, and this is what I'm going to be using as my wreath base. Also, for this wreath, most of the things are coming from Dollar Tree. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take a bowl and we're going to fill it with Epsom salt. I have this one from the Dollar Tree. It is very fine Epsom salt instead of the really chunky, so this is what you want to use. Actually, I'm not going to fill the bowl, but I'm going to put some in there, and then I'm going to add in and mix in some glitter. I've had this iridescent glitter for a very long time. I'm not sure where it's from. I'm sure you can find something at Walmart or one of the craft stores that will work just fine for you. Then I also have a little of this fake snow that came from the Dollar Tree. They carry this right now. I've been to several Dollar Trees in my area and they all have it. So we're going to mix up a mixture of mostly Epsom salt, some glitter, and a little fake snow. And then when we have that in the bowl, we are going to use some Mod Podge. This also came from Dollar Tree, and go around the edge, all this entire thick lip with it, and then coat it in our mixture so it looks very much like frosted glass and like snow has fallen around this wreath. So let's get started. Okay, loves, so this is the first time I've ever done the Epsom salt cover, and I learned a few things. I always want to show you guys when things don't work out exactly as I had planned. This will be fine. I'm just letting you see what I have to work with right now. So I put on Mod Podge on it, and in certain areas I just lightly brushed it on, and others I was a little thicker because I just wanted a light coat underneath, because you're not even going to see this bottom part here. And then I was thicker around the edge, but as you can see, it's different in every different spot. So what I learned is work in smaller portions and use quite a bit of the glue of the Mod Podge, because if you use it thinly, you'll get a thinner coat, and now I have to wait for that to dry to put more on, or else it's just gonna clump to my brush. So I want it pretty thick on here, and I want it to all stick. So instead of doing such a big area at once and getting it clumped to the brush like this, I am going to do smaller sections at a time and then coating it and then moving on. And then this top part here, I want it to be a lot more even. You're actually only going to see this pretty much on the sides. You won't see it on the bottom, and you won't see it on the top because we're gonna add a bow. Okay, love, so here's what that looks like. It's a lot more coated at the top than it is at the bottom. I like the bottom too, but I wanted it to be really frosty on it. I did grab the tray that's over there and let all the excess spill off onto the tray, but I also grabbed my little vacuum here, and this is a ladybug vacuum that picks up, as you can hear, all my little excess stuff. Now, I did not find this on my own. I want to give credit where credit is due. Courtney over at Creative on the Cheap, she had this and she linked it, and then I went and got one too. I absolutely love that little thing. So thank you Courtney for the heads up on that. So this is what it looks like now. It's a little messy and it needs to dry. We're going to let it dry, and after that then we are going to start embellishing this. I wasn't going to put any Mod Podge at the top, but then I thought, it might show if I change my mind and put the like bow cockeyed to the side or whatever. So I'll just do the whole thing and I'll figure it out when I get to the bow step. Also, don't need very much of your mixture. I have all of this left. I just poured it back in there, and I'm going to put this in a container and save it for some future projects. So don't throw that away, because this is a great mixture to make snow. Okay, loads, here it is, and it is all dry. And as you can see, this area right here, it doesn't have as much on it because you're not going to see that anyway. We're going to cover it up. So basically, I shook it off over the tray really well after it was dry. I tapped it on its edge quite a bit to make sure nothing was going to fall off. And then I sprayed it with some extra strong hold hairspray. I just used what I have, and it's Garnier Fruit Cheese Ultra Hold, I think it is, or Ultra Strong. I wish I would have had BowKnot. That would have been perfect for this, because you know BowKnot, your hair will not move. But now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this. So I have this microfiber super soft cloth from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut a piece of it off, and we're going to make it in the shape of like some jagged triangles and have it be hopefully like a little mountainscape in the top. Okay, so that's how that looks. Now, I'm not worried that it's not even. I'm going to take this piece that I had left here. I'm going to cut the trim and stuff off, and I'm going to glue it down around the edge here. Okay, loves, and here is my final project. And please excuse my voice because I am sick and I am trying to get this exit outro film for you guys so I can put this out. And if you want to make this, you can go and get the things to make this. But I think it turned out really, really nice. Now, I know I didn't show you guys me putting the other snowflake at the top along with the ribbon, but as you can see, there's a second snowflake sitting next to it. They came in a pair of 2 from Dollar Tree. I've had these in my stash for a while, but I did see these at my stores not too long ago. Also, the trees in the back came into a pair of 2, and that's how the snowflakes were hanging also. So all of this is made from Dollar Tree products. I had to try really, really hard not to put a big, huge bow on the top of it. I really, really wanted to. However, the ribbon that I'm using is from Dollar Tree also, and I ran out of it just doing the few tails and loops that I did there. It is not a bow. I simply cut off pieces, looped them over, and did several little loops, I think 3 or 4, and then I hung some long tails. I just glued them all underneath the snowflake and then glue the snowflake to the top of this tray. I think actually Dollar Tree calls it a bowl. I don't know why. It's more like a tray to me. But I am in love with how it turned out. Now, I did not glue the house down to the tray. It's just sitting on top of that extra microfiber. You can glue the back of it slightly to it, but I wanted to be able to remove it to change the batteries if I needed to change the batteries. So let's turn this on so you can see what it looks like lit up. And here's what it looks like lit up. Now, initially I wanted to use the clear daylight white LED like little fairy lights that they have. They have them with a yellow tone, which are the ones I'm using here, and the ones with a white tone. I thought I had some white tone in my possession, but I did not, so I put the yellow tone. And I really don't mind it, but it would be more of a bright white like my snowflake wreath if you use the white tone ones. I might change them out later. I will say that this is an indoor piece. This would not survive the weather at all. I sprayed the whole thing with hairspray more than once, and you are still going to probably lose a few pieces of the glitter or the Epsom salt off of it if you mess with this a lot. This is a piece to be placed somewhere and set and not touch, not have kids play with, because they will knock it over. It is that light. It is sitting on a Dollar Tree stand. It is the smaller stand that they have. It makes it sit straighter up on the smaller stand. You could try to put it on the bigger stand, but it doesn't want to support it as well, so I suggest you use the clear smaller stand. You can hang this on the wall. You could put command strips on the back and stick it to the wall and it will work just as well, or you could glue down a loop on the back and probably hang it on a hook, though if depending on where you're going to put it, you would see behind it. So I like it how it is on the stand. I think it looks really, really pretty, and this is the way that I'm going to use it in my house for the holiday season. Even though the ribbon does say Merry Christmas, this is really not a Christmas piece. It's more of a winter piece. So if you use a ribbon that didn't say Merry Christmas on it, you could use this from the time that snow hits the ground until it melts, and it will work out quite well. So that is it for this DIY. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, and always sharing my videos. And if you're not a member here at Lacee Space yet, I don't know why not. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button, become a member, hang out with us for a while. We have a lot of fun here. We make a lot of cool things here. If you haven't seen some of my other DIYs, I will have a bunch of them linked down in the description box down below. You can go over and check them out. They're all over Facebook and they're on my Instagram. And as a matter of fact, you can follow me on Instagram too if you like. It's Lacee Space, the same way that it is spelled here. And I promise you my voice will be back, and I will catch all of you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.